Good evening, Guardians, and welcome to The Last Word, GamingLag.com's Destiny-only podcast. I'm your host, Mike Chalice, and with me around the table, we have the man with the beard, Matt Bird.
How's it going?
Mr. Josh Quigley.
Yep.
And Mr. Gloom and Doom, Sam Landry. We have a great show planned for you today. We have a slew of news to talk about.
Slew?
A slew of news to talk about.
That's
I don't know. It's my word of the day.
Yeah,
basically.
you say today's word.
Sorry, Pee Wee Herman reference. But before we get into all of the news that happened in Destiny...
Why is it blocked? I can't jump out the picture window.
We'd like to thank all of our patrons on patreon.com/gaminglag, which is AJ of the North, Optic Nerve, Explos, Dr. Goodbear, Pat, David, Amanda, and Jeremy. Thank you so much. We are over $100 a month now.
You didn't call him Eptic. Septic.
Well, because it's written there and I read it. From now on, you're called Optic.
Septic.
No, that's mean. He's an awesome dude. We played some Battlefront the other day.
Dude.
Oh,
Yeah, we did.
I want to play a Battlefront.
No, I'm
with
breaking up with you. It's just me and him now.
I mean, you're gonna do this on
camera.
Do you at least bring like flowers or something?
Thank you so much. If you like our content, please go to patreon.com/gaminglag. And unofficially, we are looking for 1,000 gamers to pledge $1 because that's a very little bit of money from you guys, and it will mean a lot for us. If we ever reach the goal of $5,000, two of us will quit our main jobs and become full-time content creators for GamingLag.com, and that will hopefully make us even go bigger. Last but not least, Gaming Lag forums are now a thing. GamingLagForums.com. Please go there, create an account, and post. We want to talk about all sorts of video games, and we want it to be a positive environment. Simple as that.
Yep.
Go there. GamingLagForums.com. That's GamingLagForums.com.
That's enough of your plugs.
Anybody have any interesting Destiny stories this week? Oh,
No.
That's so funny.
Yeah, no, that's our topic, actually.
That's our topic. So we're going to talk about
What's
that
Destiny?
a little bit later. Exactly. So, Matt, why don't you get us started with some news? Because there's quite a few things to talk about.
So this past week, they've been talking about the December update and all the new goodies it's bringing us. 2.02 went live last week.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be talking about some of that, but the biggest news out of all of the December update is the exotics and the year one bringbacks and two new ones. So the two new ones, people have kind of known about it for a bit. One of them, at least, that is, as the Tarantella chest piece for the Hunter. Kind of looks like the Arachnid helmet that they had. The Twilight Garrison for the Titan, which I couldn't find out much about, actually.
Stuff
And things. It's a new exotic.
It's probably something for the stupid solar hammers.
Probably.
But year one, everyone's favorite scout rifle is coming back. The Meta Multi-Tool is getting a year 2 version. The Titan chest piece, the Armamentarium, is getting a year 2 version. Dragon's Breath is getting a year 2 version, which now is very upsetting because I scrapped my Titan, and Dragon's Breath with tracking because of the Takenaut helmet would be so amazing. So now I have to pick a
For the
character
record,
to
Dragon's
scrap.
Breath was so underrated in year one because of all the Galahorn stuff, and it didn't have tracking, so nobody wanted to use it. But that thing hit like a goddamn truck, and then it
really
burned them
did.
alive.
Yeah. Plan C is getting a year 2. Whoop-de-doo. Nothing Manacles, which is good for all the Warlocks out there because those are really good for doing PvP.
Man, yeah. Except for I do
super good advice is.
except for I PvP and Stormcaller now because it's
Tried to
way too
listen to
good.
some of its advice. It's actually pretty bad.
Wow.
Super good advice is getting a year 2, which actually was a half-decent heavy machine gun, despite what they're saying across the table. My favorite Warlock helmet's getting a year 2, Apotheosis Veil.
Oh, the frilly one. The one that looks like it's frilly around the sides. What? Right? No?
It's just a round glass blue faceplate.
Yeah, and then there's like
silver.
little like frilly things around the edge too.
Yes,
Is
it's
there?
got decor around the edge of the glass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it just makes
Okay.
me think like something my grandma would wear.
Yeah.
For some reason, and I can't understand why, I'm assuming it's for the PvPers, No Land Beyond is getting a year 2. My favorite Titan boots to use are getting a year 2, the Peregrine Greaves.
You mean your flash boots?
Yes, that's why they were my favorite.
Sam's favorite Hunter boots.
Sam's favorite Hunter boots, the Radiant Dance Machines are getting a year 2.
I love them.
For all the gunslingers, the Achleophage
Symbiote.
Can I have
with
that?
symbiote.
Which for several podcasts, when we asked favorite exotic armor piece, was listed as my favorite.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just
Absolutely.
want it so I can freaking get 4 shots in my golden gun and get my goddamn solar fucking sword.
Right?
Jesus.
Hard light.
Hard Light's getting a year 2.
Yes, nice.
And thank fucking God, because I still use them in the raid. Bones of Yao are getting a year 2.
And it's so embarrassing when you forget to switch off of your bones.
And you think you got that extra jump.
And you've just beaten the boss.
Yeah.
Yeah, there have been countless times where at the end of it, I'll switch off of my bones. Like
After we kill...
Yeah, after we kill whatever boss we happen to be on, I'm like,
Josh,
I really hope nobody noticed that.
You killed fucking... What's his guts? I don't even remember his name.
Golgoroth.
No,
I killed...
Priest. Gee, what is his name? Taken King.
Yeah.
Oryx?
Thank you.
I did the entire Oryx fight with my...
Killed
You
Oryx.
noticed
We've
that?
been away
I did
from
not
that.
Nobody
that.
mentioned it.
I noticed.
I thought I got it.
Oh, I mentioned it because I saw your light level and I went, Josh.
I did the whole raid with them on. I was 291 still.
Were you wondering why your ogres weren't going down?
I got him down eventually. It
Yeah,
just
thanks
took me
to
a
me
little
and
more
Nanu.
effort.
So what do we think about this? Is it? I mean,
now
obviously
I want to play
good.
Oryx. Actually, I'm not lying.
Now good. Everybody's happy that we're getting some new exotics. Obviously.
Yeah.
I'm glad to get some of the...
Let's run the raid.
I think the only problem I have for this is that this could be some foreshadowing for what they're going to do for future content, which is
Recycle.
Here's the content. We're going to also bring 5 exotics from year 2 into year 3, and they can constantly do that, and it's a little bit easier because the models are already there. I'm actually it kind of sucks because you're not getting new weapons, but I'm also kind of okay with it because those exotics sometimes are hard to get, and they're really you become so dependent on them sometimes. I use Mida like crazy, like all the time. So
just seeing the bones, I was just like, they're doing this just to draw me back in because I've actually escaped. But I'm not going to talk too much into that because again,
we're gonna
topic.
talk about that.
Topic.
There's not for you.
I'm hungry. I want food.
So as part of 2.02, the Refer a Friend kicked off the 23rd, which is today when we're recording. You guys will hear this tomorrow on the 24th.
I like how you have to say that every time. You just got to put it in. By the way, we record a day early, just so you know.
It's because they do a lot of updates on the Tuesday, and we do our podcast on Tuesday. So I just want to let them know that the reason that we don't talk about that newest stuff is because it's a day early that we're recording, Sam. Come on now.
Program Sam.
No.
Just no.
Did you get
Never
your weave
again.
done too and all that? Or are you good?
Yeah.
So
Oh, no, he didn't.
Got my gel nails and everything, right, Mike? Fuck.
Oh yeah.
So even though it came out today, there's still not any real news on Bungie.net about it, but it says to go to Bungie.net for the news about the Refer a Friend. So if you know any Kinderguardians, yes, that's what the term they're calling them. Don't.
What?
Yeah, new Destiny players are
That's
called
awesome. I love
Kinderguardians.
that. That's the best.
God.
Kinderguardians.
Wow.
So if you know anyone that's going to be one of them, tell them to hold off so that you can join. There's going to be specials for signing people up.
Hey, wait, I'm that. No, I'm not.
Listen, every MMO type game needs this, so
Yeah.
I'm happy they're having it. Hopefully they get some cool perks like an emote that you only get if you refer a friend or a sparrow or
Yeah. 2.02 did release. We're just going to go through 2.02 that we missed last week. New sparrows, new emotes, new stuff from Lord Saladin.
Salad
Not Salabar.
Salad
Saladin.
bar.
Okay, whatever.
Salad bar.
There was a couple problems with 2.02 when it went live, though. Rare lag engrams were decrypting to wrong things and sometimes green. And Lord Salad Bar there,
Yeah.
some of his items were giving the wrong
Oh my god,
wrong
I need
perks
to refer a
listed.
friend.
What is it there now?
Oh yeah.
Okay, then
What do
say
you
what
get?
is it?
What do you
Give
get?
me a second. I'm going back to the
Because when I
to
wrote
the-
this up,
No.
the podcast,
There
it wasn't
is
there.
some stuff, and one of them, oh my god.
Okay.
I'm getting to it,
Words,
shut up.
Sam. Use your words.
Emblems,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
obviously. Exclusive quest, the hunt for loot.
Okay.
I'm okay with this.
Elemental Kinblades.
What's that mean?
No, come on.
It's an exotic blade.
Okay.
Just look at the picture.
Cool.
Okay. Yep.
Fire sword.
Okay, I can't see
It's
it.
basically a lightsaber.
Nice.
Oh, I want
And
a
then there's
lightsaber.
also
Cool.
the a new sparrow that basically looks Tron-like. It's got like lights.
Yeah, I saw that. It looks really cool.
It looks Back to the Future-esque.
Okay, so,
So
I'm
they
gonna
got-
create a new PSN ID.
Yeah.
Can we all refer the same person?
Yeah.
Duo dance. High five. Yeah, that's a thing.
Nice.
All right.
I'm not done. Infinity Link, which is basically just a black shader, all black.
Finally.
Of course.
Okay,
And then,
I'm going to pay $60 just to get a second PlayStation
Yeah.
Plus.
Invite a friend now, dude. I have a little brother. I'm getting
no
a PS4
one.
for Christmas.
Yeah.
You're welcome, bro.
So that's awesome. Refer a friend program is obviously going to be very tempting for everybody, and we'll all try and work on that a little bit. But let's move on for now. What's next?
So during the 2.02, Iron Banner did go live last week as well, and as promised, better loot was dropping. People were even getting max level 320 items. A couple.
Good thing I played.
I know.
Yeah.
So we did miss out,
whatever.
but they were dropping ghosts and armor and some gear and stuff at the 320 level.
I'm glad they fixed it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Also, Crucible was having some more.
Lag switching.
Probably. But the little bit of bad news, the December update is adding a new nerf. There's increase in some, but the biggest news of it is pulse rifles and shotguns are getting another nerf.
Two guns I
Yep.
don't even really use in PvP.
The problem is, I think
It's not
shotguns
just
are
PvP, it's PvE as
yeah,
well.
shotguns are being nerfed in PvE again, and pulse rifles are being nerfed in both as well. That's
Why?
a
What
problem
does
that
it
I have.
fucking matter in PvE?
Yes,
That's
exactly.
what I don't understand.
Make them separate, exactly.
Because
I agree.
effing that No Time to Explain,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
good.
Glad you elaborated on that.
So good.
All right, moving on. Yeah, it sucks. We don't like nerfs, especially when you get comfortable with weapons. It's gonna happen. Every single MMO is like that.
Why
You-
PvE? I don't get
I
their mentality
agree with
behind
you
it.
100%, Sam.
Oh,
That's
because
just
it's
the way it is.
one extra line of code. That's
No.
probably why.
No, it's not.
And
probably
billions
why.
of dollars, I'm sure.
Scout rifles and auto rifles are going up, but they didn't spend a lot of time talking about
Good
that.
thing I use hand cannons in PvP.
I'll use a scout
anyways.
rifle. That's fine.
So that's kind of the
Scoot
biggest
rifle?
news. There was a little bit here and there.
Not playing
Well,
this.
no, I'm not even
Can't
going
do
to
it.
talk about that other thing
What are we
because there
talking
was
about
too much oomph before.
Yep.
So moving into our topic. So we all used to all play Destiny all the time, but it's the time of year, lots of games coming out. So we're going to talk about the difficulty of getting back into Destiny with all the other games that are out right now.
Absolutely. And I thought that was a cool topic because I did this last year where I stopped around the same time, I think early November, late October, because other games were coming out, and I didn't go back to it until February? And by that time I was refreshed, ready to go. I played catch up and everything was great. But the reality is there's way too many games to play right now. There's just too many.
See, last year, and I think it was the difference in jobs where I wasn't working 60 plus hours and I seemed to have needed less sleep last year. I actually still played all the new games and was still playing Destiny constantly. Destiny was a night game and the other games were during the day.
On your days off and stuff, yeah.
So,
I didn't have the time. Obviously, I like to spend time with, and she was my fiance at the time, but I spent time with my wife, and but I couldn't play Destiny while playing. I can't even remember what games I was playing last year, but I know there were some pretty large games that I was playing and loving it and all that stuff. So and I mean, I have Battlefront to carry me over to Xenoblade, and then I'm gonna play Xenoblade for a while, and then I do want to try Just Cause 3, and then there's some games coming out in February. So I will eventually go back to Destiny, of course, because I love the game, but I want to get through some of the holiday games and some of the backlog that I need to go. We're all having the same trouble. Josh, have you touched Destiny at all this week?
I haven't, and really for me that's kind of unique because I didn't take a break at all last year.
Yeah.
And part of that was because I couldn't buy some of the games, and part of that was because I was really enjoying Destiny. But I haven't touched it since Fallout came out.
Yep.
And it's going to be hard for me to get back into it because now I'm even looking at my backlog of games and saying, okay, well, I want to beat some of these. And some of them I know I'll never beat. I mean, we all know how I play games. It'll be 3 years before I beat Fallout 4.
Yeah.
And I'll only do it.
3 years? That's generous.
Yeah, right? I may never beat The Witcher.
8 years.
Yeah, I may never beat...
On its 10-year anniversary, Josh will finally beat it.
Yeah, exactly.
Finally,
But,
game lasted 10 years.
But
Fuck
it's
that.
because I play those games for a very different reason. I love the worlds in them. But it's going to be very hard for me to get back into Destiny with some of this. And the challenge with it, I know, is as soon as I get back in,
you're in.
I'm in.
You just want to play that the whole time. Yeah, I know. I feel the same way. If I played right now, then I would stop playing Battlefront. I don't want to do that. So
yeah, I want people to play Battlefront with me.
Yeah.
The thing I'm missing the most about Destiny is the playing with other people. And
yeah, of course.
Unfortunately, I'm not going to play Battlefront because it's PvP.
Yeah.
And I'm going to spend the entire time cursing and breaking a controller.
My wife even asked me last night when we went to bed, and she's like, "Are people just not playing Destiny anymore? Is that Is that not a thing?" And I'm like, well,
it's the holidays, and most of us work. Even our friend Betts doesn't play, and Fallout came out, so Brewer's not playing. We're not playing because Fallout came out, and Rise of the Tomb Raiders. It's just a bad time of year for Destiny, which is why it probably makes sense for them to just do these announcements of exotic weapons and stuff, and then maybe at PSX we'll get their next content release, which will be January or February when nothing else is around it.
Knowing them, it'll be May.
Maybe, but. Maybe.
Yeah, funny. Okay,
wow.
Just a service announcement for everyone thinking like Matt. Won't work.
What?
Making another account, do that. You get the perks by playing together. You can't just refer a friend and then you get the perks.
New plan. New plan.
2 PlayStations in the apartment.
Yeah.
Matt, yes, but you want these things on your main. I want these things on my main.
Yeah, so you each do it and you help each other out, and then somebody helps Josh.
Yes. You have to play with
Listen,
that. It's not the same. It's not the way you think it's going to work.
There are easier ways. There are lots and
Yes,
lots.
I
don't have friends.
You work at a fucking store full of people.
I don't like them.
So use them for stuff. Why do you think you're here? What?
I don't talk to anybody when I'm working. I sit in a van.
Wow.
Hey.
Anyway. But yeah, I mean, if you're feeling the same way, maybe write us in and let us know that you're having trouble playing Destiny and this is the reason why and stuff. And we'll read some of your stuff on the show. Please feel free to write us into the show, actually, and you can use either the Gaming Lag forums and go to the last word suggestion box, or just gaminglag@email.com, and we will answer those. Simple as that.
Twice.
But I think that's all we have for you this week, so let's do some plugs and get out of here. If you want to follow me on Twitter, I am @Chalices. Yeah, I don't know.
If you want to follow me, I'm @ManW_the_Beard.
Yeah, there was a repeat on there. If you want to follow Josh, he's @JoeQuiggle. And if you want to follow Sam, he's
not even
No, I'm not even going to try. Yeah. And if you want to follow Sam,
Mr. Gloomandom.
And if you want to follow us as a collective group, which is of course more important, we are @GamingLag, 2Gs and Lag. Please, again, go to the forums, gaminglagforums.com. Please, if you like our content and you like the videos that we're putting out, support us at patreon.com/gaminglag. And please go to the website.
Sam.
It's been redesigned and easier to access, a lot easier to navigate, gaminglag.com. That has been the last one.